Well, Louisiana has its own tobacco road, and it runs through the heart of St. James Parish. As This Week in Louisiana Agriculture's A.J. Sabine shows us, ПЕРИК tobacco may be one of Louisiana's lesser-known commodities, but its impact is known around the world.
One by one, each leaf of ПЕРИК tobacco loses its stem at the L.A. Poche Tobacco Warehouse in Convent. Since 1791, ПЕRIK has only grown here in the heart of St. James Parish. With harvest done, the stem stripping you see here is just one step in a lengthy and labor-intensive process. ПЕRIK grower Grant Martin says this tobacco has earned a powerful reputation for its flavor the world over.
ПЕRIK is a very, very strong tobacco. It's not commonly found in your regular cigarettes that you would smoke and buy off in the store. The ПЕRIK is more or less used for a blend with Canadian tobacco or Kentucky tobacco. It's very, very labor intense. If you don't like the heat, you won't grow tobacco.
Now, once my friend Chantrell here takes the stems out of the ПЕRIK tobacco, she binds them into these little hand-sized bundles, and then the whole batch is weighed, and then it goes into the barrels to be cured.
The process doesn't end with a year-long curing in these charred whiskey barrels. ПЕRIK gets its pungent flavor from high-pressure anaerobic fermentation. See the bubbles? Grant explains.
By keeping constant pressure with the screw jacks, that ferments the tobacco, and that's the process of curing it. And once it's in the barrels, I said 3 or 4 months down the road, all the tobacco in the barrels have to be taken out, aired out. You turn it by hand, let it air out for a few hours, then put back in, which makes a better aroma for the tobacco.
ПЕRIK has been called the truffle of tobacco. Martin says he's gratified to carry on his family's ПЕRIK growing tradition.
It makes me feel proud that I grow tobacco. You visit some of the tobacco shops and sometimes you see some ПЕRIK in it. And sometimes if I'm in the area and we start talking and I tell them I grow the ПЕRIK, they say, really? That makes you feel good.
ПЕRIK tobacco may be the most obscure cash crop grown in the Pelican State, but it has a flavor that's uniquely Louisiana. In St. James Parish, I'm A.J. Sabine for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
Many sugarcane farmers in St. James Parish grow a few acres of ПЕRIK tobacco as a side crop. L.A. Poche has been the main processor of ПЕRIK tobacco in St. James Parish since the 1930s. Well, still to come on This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, Kristen Oakes will give us some corny facts in her Ag Minute. But first, we'll take a second look at this year's rice harvest. Stay with us.